Hi, I'm Mark Sylvester. I'm the co-host of ISUH Conversations and the designer of ISUH Connect. I want to show you in a few short minutes exactly why this amazing Collaboratorium has been built for the members. Once you have logged in to isuh.org, you'll be able to see that you've logged in. There'll be a little member button up there. I want you to click this button here that says Launch ISUH Connect. Now, you're going to want to make sure that Flash is enabled on your browser because of the amazing animation and things that are done on this platform. We do that all in Flash. When you come in, you're going to see ISUH Connect, and I'm going to be able to see members. We're starting to build up groups. We're starting to build up forums and things like that. But I'm going to take you through what it takes to build a profile in the system and use the unique visualization of ISUH Connect. So here we can see a radar view with 4 distinct areas that we track: focus areas, interests, skills, and experience. And all the different colored pins are all the different types of members in ISUH Connect. But you're going to start by creating a profile. The profile for first-time users is going to show up on the screen like this. And what we're going to do is check to make sure all of this information is correct. Now you'll notice some of these fields are grayed out. If you need to make a change there, go back and edit your profile at isuh.org. There are fields below here that you can fill out, so you can talk about where you're from, the various degrees that you have. The really interesting and unique thing about ISUH Connect is the way that we do all of the matching. This is called a visual matching engine technology. And those 4 areas I talked about earlier have been designed with the team at ISUH, working directly with Dr. Thomas, to come up with all of the areas that you might be focused on. So if you're focused, for instance, in East Africa, you could take and click that word, drag it to the top box. Where you place it indicates how strong of a match to make. Then you have interests. Notice this list of interests has a very, very comprehensive feel to it because we looked at lots of information to find the interests we know you care about. If, for instance, you find an interest not on the list, click the Contact Us button below and we can add it. Then you look at your skills. Again, you take and you grab a word. You can move it anywhere you want. You can move words around. If you want to take a word away, you just drop it off and it goes away. Or you take it down to the bottom and it goes away. This is really where you want to spend your most time. The more words that you place up here, the better matches you will make. Then when you're done with that, hit the next button. What's happening is this is actually updating a dynamic database. Now we ask you to spend a few more minutes with a few more questions that will help others get to know you better. When you're done with that, click Next. Put a picture of yourself up there so that we can get to know you. If you have some various websites, your work, projects you've been involved in, you can go and add as many of those here as you want. And if you want to put up papers that you want to share, photos you want to share, you can do that here. Then you click Show My Connections. Now you really only need to do that one time. And what you're looking at here is I'm at the center. So if I click my pin, you're going to see those are all the words I just selected. And there are the networks I put in, the groups I belong to, where I live. I live in Santa Barbara, California. Here's how I answered the questions. There's that picture I put in. However, it's not about me. It's about people that I have things in common with. So if we look at this particular pin here, we'll see this is Tolu. And if I click on Tolu's pin, I'm going to see what we have in common. In fact, if I want to make her picture bigger, I can just go like that. I love her smile. Fantastic. And we see all of the things she has selected as focus areas, interests, skills, and experience. And they're in a rank order, so we know what's most important to her. Now, the words in color at the bottom indicate things that we have in common. And why do we show these? Well, because this might be a way to start building a bond with Tolu and start to have a conversation with her. Now, we give you one other thing that's pretty great, which is called Talk to Me About. Now, this system was originally designed for TED, and the TED conference, what they wanted was, how do we give people permission to talk to us about the thing that's the most important thing to us? And she says right here, talk to me about creating measurable health outside the health sector in Africa, the role of urban development and health equity, upstream approaches for NCD. I didn't finish reading all of that. NCD prevention in urban adolescence. That's fantastic. You know exactly what to talk to her about. And in fact, if that's something of interest to you, click send message, and you can go ahead and send her a message right within the system. You can also drop her an email, call her, and you see exactly where she's located. You can even view a map that shows where you are and where she is. So this is great to help on the collaboration. We see her bio, her Twitter, her LinkedIn, and she belongs in the Africa Working Group, and look at all of the other information that we can find. So it's really simple to just go and pick up these various people. I'm looking at Blessing. We did a great podcast with Blessing. You might want to go listen to that. But look at how much information is here. This is absolutely spectacular. Now, you may not want to go over each one of these pins just like this, so you can look at this data in various views. So you can look at it as a list. You could sort it by organization, or sort it by title, or sort it by city. You can also look at it here on the view of the map. So we can collapse our legend here, and we can see truly is a global organization. We're just getting going. We only have 53 people in there now, so we expect we'll have 500 people in here by this time next year. Now, we have one other bit of visualization that is very interesting, which says of these 52 people and their ability to select any of those, there's probably 200 words there. What were the 40 top words that made a difference to them? So I see systems approach to urban health comes up. It's the number 2 interest, and 15 people had that. Now, if that was interesting to me and I want to find out who were those 15 people, I click up here on advanced search. You can search for anything you want. And I'm going to go, and we know that that word was systems approach in interest. So I'll come down here and I'll find systems approach, and there it is. Now it's going to go and show me all of the people, right? There's the 15 people who selected that. Now you might be asking yourself, why are the pins in one quadrant versus another quadrant? That's because according to my profile, I have more in common with experience with these people than anything else. So if I click here, we'll see that, in fact, notice here, I have 3 words in the experience category that puts us in touch with one another. Now, this is just scratching the surface of the network. You've got a message center where you can be sending messages. There's groups. Right now, we have 2 groups, the Africa Working Group and Urban Health Group. If you want to create a group and you want to start working with people, just hit the Create button and go ahead and do that. We strongly encourage the collaboration. There's also a calendar, so if there's an event coming up you want to let people know about, for instance, here's the Kampala conference. There are also forums. We are just getting going, so there are going to be a lot of forums here for you to have conversations with. And there will also be resources, so these are resources for you. You are among the first people to be a part of ISUH Connect, and we're really, really excited that you will have this opportunity to meet other members, collaborators, and do some great work. Thank you very much.